Good morning, beloveds. Welcome to April, and welcome to a new project. I did all 365 days of reading the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, and thought that rather than redo it, I would, because he has other 365 books, I would move on to a new 365, hence the change in the title. So this one, and I know it's backwards, so I'm sorry about that. It's just because of the way I'm angling the camera. It is 365 Days of Richer Living. Oh! Welcome back, Cleopatra! I've missed you! 365, and this one, the benefit is that it is Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. So I'm very excited to try this. And of course I'm starting in April, because it of course starts in January, but I'm me and I'm going to do things the way I'm going to do them. This one's a little different in that it's not got a monthly theme, but it does still have quotes. April is going to be the month of quotes, so, or month of Bible quotes. So we'll get to see what that is. And I have not even previewed this book, so I'm literally starting it with you today. I had actually intended to read the intro, and then things have been a little crazy around here, so I haven't done that yet either. So I'll do that. But April 1st, the title is I Am Divinely Guided to Right Action. And the Bible quote is, "The Lord is my shepherd." Psalm 23:1. All right, so let's get into this and see what it's like. I am divinely guided to right action in every experience of this day. I know that true wisdom is of God and that it uses my consciousness as its seat of operation. God is the shepherd of my life, and this inner mind and love guide me into paths of perfection and ways of joy. God's perfect action can never cease and can never be delayed. Always it guides me. Always it inspires me. Always it blesses and benefits me. I rejoice in my inner source of truth, for it never fails me. Each hour I am sustained by truth. Each moment I am led into right thinking. Each instant I am inspired to do the loving thing, to speak the loving word, because I follow the guidance of the Spirit within me. I am a blessing to my fellow man. Infinite mind sustains me at every moment. I never fear indecision, for divine ideas lead me aright. There is a power born of God which indwells me, upholds me, and guides me. I am receptive to it and am blessed and benefited by it. Divine inspiration is upon me, and I rejoice in its wise instruction. I am powerful in my decision, and the law produces my good. God in me knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. I am now one with God, and this full knowledge is now mine. I am free from all uncertainty, for my God delivers every idea to me at the instant of time that I need it. The Lord is my shepherd, and I let my inner Lord control my mind, discipline my emotions, and keep straight my affairs. All doubt is destroyed. All truth is revealed. All right. It sounds like the last book, which is good. Ernest is consistent. And I don't see anything in if they're going to tell us if it was Ernest and Raymond. So that'll be interesting to learn if we see a difference in the way it's written. And I had some thoughts, and of course, then I read the next thing and I have more thoughts. So let's hope I can recapture those thoughts on the way back through. But the first thing that I'm always struck when we have the affirmation, I am divinely guided by right action. Because in here he says several times, I am this, I am this, I am this. I am upholded, I am guided, I am, I'm not worried about indecision because of this. The truth is we are always guided, but it's up to us to accept it. And sometimes what that means is being aware of the guidance, and sometimes what that means is being aware of our environment, because sometimes that guidance comes at us from unusual places, and it is up to us to go, I am divinely guided, and then to catch the signposts that we see in our environment. Because sometimes it's as little as a random thing that somebody says to you, and what they say to you has nothing to do with, and then suddenly it trips something and you go, oh, there it is. There it is. And so it is about consciousness. And that is last year, that's one of the things, the constant drumbeat is consciousness, 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 awareness, awareness, awareness. And it is about being aware of you. It is about being aware of you, because when you're trying to make a decision and you're going, if you check your feelings, they will guide you. Does this feel good? Does this feel not so good? Gut feelings are rarely wrong. So, okay, so I'm divinely guided to right action. The Lord is my shepherd. And down there at the end, I was like, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall. We all know that. We all know that psalm. And immediately I wanted, and that's not what he followed it up with. So that's what that hesitation was. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I am divinely guided to right action in every experience this day. So that can be a power statement that we use when we get up and we are taking on a project and we want to get it right. So then what we say to ourselves is, I am divinely guided into right action in every experience this day. And we can say it every day, or we can say it when we start new things, or when we're kicking something off that we've been doing well, or if we've been working on something and it's not going well. So today, I am setting my intention. I know that true wisdom is of God and that it uses my consciousness as its seat of operation. True wisdom is of God, but my consciousness is a seat of its operation. Not the seat, a seat. So the wisdom of God definitely sits within me, dwells within me. God is the shepherd of my life, and this inner mind and love guide me into paths of perfection and ways of joy. If you know anything about shepherds, we're not sheep, we're goats. Because sheep are easily led. Goats have a mind of their own. Goats can only be guided. Which is why we can get ourselves into trouble, because we don't want to be led. We want to go our own way. So the Lord isn't a sheep herder. The Lord is a goat guide. Goats can only be guided into the right direction, where sheep can be led into all kinds of trouble. So bear in mind that when they say shepherd, we're not sheep. We're definitely goats, which also stands for greatest of all time. So take it. All right. Enjoy. God's perfect action can never cease and can never be delayed. God's perfect action can never cease and can never be delayed. We can get in our own way. We can get in our own way, which is why we are guided. We are guided. Always it guides me. Always it inspires me. Always it blesses and benefits me. Now, it's always doing that. It is up to me to accept it. One of the ones, I think it was the one that I did yesterday. I expect and I accept. This guidance is always available. This love is always available. This creativity is always available. It is my responsibility, our responsibility, to accept it. I rejoice in my inner source of truth. It never fails me. Each hour I am sustained by truth. Each moment I am led into right thinking. Each instant I am inspired to do the loving thing, to speak the loving word. And I think we need to emphasize, each instant I am inspired to do the loving thing, to speak the loving word. And sometimes when we're trying to make a decision, that's the question we ask. Is this loving? Is this a loving thing? Is this loving to me? Is this loving to the people around me? Is this loving to my environment? And at any point, if we can say no, then maybe we want to go back and rethink what we're doing. Is this loving? Is this loving, kind, and compassionate? Those are 3 standards that we can always use in making a decision, because those 3 will always guide us in the right direction. Anytime we're doing anything, we always want to make sure we're balancing the head and the heart. Always want to balance the head and the heart. Okay. Because I follow the guidance of the Spirit within me, I am a blessing to my fellow man, which is where I was getting is this loving to my environment? Is this loving to the people around me? I want to be a blessing to the people around me. And one of the ways that I can be a blessing to the people around me is by loving myself. Because the more loving and kind and compassionate I am with myself, the more I have to share. Infinite mind sustains me at every moment. It sustains me to the level that I am willing to be sustained by it. I never fear indecision, for divine ideals will lead me aright. So if you're facing a big decision, there's one way to go at it. I never fear indecision, for divine ideas lead me aright. There is a power born of God which indwells me, which is a strange way of saying things. There's a power born of God which indwells me, upholds me, guides me. Okay? I am receptive to it and blessed and benefited by it. So it's not a power coming from me, it's coming through me. And it will come through me to the level that I am willing. One of the reasons why I like the kink in the hose metaphor is because that's exactly what divine power is like. First off, how big is your hose? And then 2, are you standing on it? Because if you're standing on it, you are restricting your flow. The flow is still there, and it's leaking around the edges, but it's not coming all the way through. So it's like, that's where you go back in your life and go, okay, well, where am I kinking my hose? I am receptive to it, blessed and benefited by it. The divine inspiration is upon me, and I rejoice in its wise instruction. You can never go wrong with gratitude. It's like, I am asking for guidance, and I am grateful for. It's like, I'm grateful for the guidance. It just seems to open us up more. Gratitude is a good way to unkink your hose. I am powerful in my decisions, and the law produces my good. Okay, so God in me knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. I am a divine expression of God, One of the reasons why Jesse uses the godling term. I am a divine expression. I am made of God's stuff. You are a divine expression of God. You are made of God's stuff. Therefore, there is never a time you don't know what to do. You don't know what to, there's never a time you don't know what to do. Sometimes we do want to sit back and let the guidance come more fully. So it's like we don't have to make a snap decision. We can wait. The guidance is coming. But go forth, even as you're waiting to make that decision, go forth with the knowing that you know what to do. I am now one with God, and this full knowledge is now mine. I am free from all uncertainty, for my God delivers every idea to me at the instant of time I need it. And that's what I'm talking about. Somebody comes in, somebody says a random thing to you, and that's exactly the piece that you needed that you didn't know you needed until you heard it. And then it's there. Or you see a billboard, or you see a sign, or one of the talking heads on TV says something and you go, oh, wait, there it is. Out of the mouth of babes. Children are really good at giving you exactly that sign that you need. Or you walk into a bookstore and the book literally leaps off the shelf at you. I've had that happen. I am free from all uncertainty, for my God delivers every idea to me at the instant of time that I need it. The Lord is my shepherd. I let my inner Lord control my mind, which I find that phrase a little weird. That's just me. So the Lord is my shepherd. I let my inner Lord control my mind. So it's the Lord in the control. If that falls hard on your ears, feel free to change the languaging. I think I would feel more content with saying, I let my inner divine guide my mind. But whatever, you do understand that this was written a while ago. If the language falls hard on your ears, feel free to rewrite it. We are open at the top. Ernest would be okay with you changing the language. As long as the idea gets through. So, the Lord is my shepherd, and I let my inner Lord control my mind, discipline my emotions, and keep straight my affairs. All doubt is destroyed. All truth is revealed. And that's the benefit of the denials when we are working on something in treatment and a doubt crops up. We immediately deny it. We immediately deny it and then follow it up with an affirmation of the truth behind what it was that made us go, I'm not sure about this. All right. Well, it looks like this is going to be an interesting book. And some of these are long, and some of them are short. So I think we are in for an interesting ride on this one. And like I said, I'm going to leave them up on the YouTube channel, or leave them up on the Facebook channel. I will not delete them. But I am moving them to the YouTube channel. I will start a new playlist so that you can tell the difference between them. I am playlisting them by year so that you'll know that I have moved into a new book. So I think it's going to be a good one. Thank you for coming along on the ride. And like I said, the YouTube channel that the Science of Mind and this new one will be archived on is the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. And it's Thursday. I don't think there's anything going on today. So, as always, do what you need to do. No, hang on. Do something loving for yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Do something compassionate for yourself. Every day. Every day. You are a beloved child of God in whom Spirit is well pleased, always and forever. You deserve it. You deserve it. And the more loving, kind, and compassionate you are with yourself, the more you will have to share. All right? Treat yourself gently. Please treat yourself gently. Okay, so I'm enjoying the cooler weather. It was a nice run today. So I do encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like today. It looks like it is a beautiful sunny day, which is probably why I'm wide awake, because I got my early morning sunshine on my face. Okay, Peggy, it is 365 Days of Richer Living, Daily Inspiration by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. I know it's backwards, but this is what the cover looks like. So, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven now. It is up to us to be aware of it, to be conscious of it, to look for it, to praise it. Because as we do that, we'll see more of it and we will create more of it. All right, beloveds, do what you need to do to make this a wonderful day, and welcome to a new book. It's going to be an exciting ride. Have a wonderful day.